Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Football Heaven 24/7. I'm your host Jamie. Fix the hair a bit. Um, I'm back with another episode. We're going to be concentrating on the FA Cup final that's taking place tomorrow. It's the first time that the Manchester teams have ever met in an FA Cup final. So Manchester City are up against Manchester United. Obviously, Manchester City are the favourites. Manchester City also are going after a treble. For the first time, it's been possible since Manchester United last won the treble in 1999. The treble being winning the Premier League, winning the FA Cup, and winning the Champions League in the same season. So obviously, Manchester City have won the Premier League. They won it by 5 points over Arsenal, finished with 89 points, and Arsenal finished with 84. They clawed it back from being at one point, I think it was like 10 points behind Arsenal or 12 points behind. So they've done fantastically, same as the old Manchester United squads did years ago when they had to catch up Newcastle in the 90s and things like that. But yeah, we're going to go on. In the last episode, I did a preview for the League One League One playoff final between Barnsley and Sheffield Wednesday, obviously an all South Yorkshire affair. Sheffield Wednesday won that game thanks to a goal from Josh Windass, and it went 123rd minute of extra time. He scored the winner to give Sheffield Wednesday a 1-0 win against Barnsley, and now Sheffield Wednesday will play in the Championship, obviously next season in the 2023-24 season. So congratulations to Josh Windass. His dad scored in the Championship playoff final for Hull against Bristol City in a 1-0 win years ago when Dean Windass was a 39-year-old. So it was good to see his dad got a bit emotional, obviously seeing his son going on and achieving these things and getting Sheffield Wednesday back into the Championship for the first time in a few years. But yeah, we're going to go into the FA Cup final preview now. The games, as I'm recording now, this is Friday on the 2nd of June. And obviously the FA Cup final is tomorrow on Saturday at 3 o'clock on BBC One. So let's look at the possibilities. Haaland has said in the paper that he will be giving, that goes without saying, he will be giving absolutely everything to complete the treble for Manchester City. I know a lot of Manchester United fans. I'm rocking an old Man City top because I used to collect shirts. I've sold a lot of them, but I've been collecting shirts since my early 20s. But yeah, the odds are stacked in Manchester City's favour. In my opinion, I think Manchester City will go out on to win this. I think they'll win it comfortably. I'm going to go for 3-1. I'm going to go for Haaland to score, Phil Foden and Jack Grealish to all score in the final and give them a 3-1 win. I think Rashford will score for Manchester United. I can't see Man United doing anything really. They have had a decent season compared to the previous season, finishing third and winning the League Cup. But I think that's as good as it's going to get for Manchester United this year. And I really, really fancy, and I like a lot of people do, and the bookies fancy Manchester City to complete the treble. Man City have got to play Inter Milan in the Champions League literally a few days after this game. So I believe it's on the 7th of June against Inter Milan, so in Istanbul. So so I'm going to go Manchester City to win 3-1 now. Something I didn't do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my predictions for next season, how I think the Premier League is going to finish next season. So looking at it, Arsenal, they raced into a lead this season and it looked like they were going to finally stop Manchester City's dominance of the Premier League. But as we all know, they fell short at the end of it all, and Manchester City won their 5th title in the last 6 seasons. Liverpool are the only one to really challenge them closely, and Arsenal this season, obviously, in the last several years. And obviously that, I think most people realise that as soon as Pep leaves Manchester City, then other teams will get more of a chance to win it. But I can see Liverpool, with this new strike force that they've brought in, they've replaced Marnie with Gakpo, and they've brought in Nunez, who's they've already shown, even though Liverpool had a bit of a sort of transitional season, finishing 5th this season, they've already shown that they're going to have a lot of firepower next season. You could see that in the games. Okay, Leeds were pretty much doomed towards the end of the season, but when they smashed Leeds 6-1 this season away, when they smashed Manchester United 7-0, biggest win over them, I think, in 80 years or something crazy. When you saw these results, you were seeing glimpses of what Liverpool will probably become like next season, more next season. So I do fancy Liverpool to be challenging Manchester City again closely next season. I do think Arsenal will still be up there, but I think they might drop away from what they've managed to achieve this season. Arteta has set high standards for Arsenal, but I still think it won't be enough. And I think Manchester United may strengthen in the summer. There's talk of Victor Osimhen coming from Napoli, so that could be something that they need. They need someone that can bang 20 odd goals in a season in the Premier League to get them competing for the title. So I think it's going to be a really, really close race next season. Obviously, there's not been any transfers yet, but I'm going to go with my provisional predictions of what I think the teams will do next season. So, as many people may know or may not know that watch the channel, the three teams that were promoted from the Championship were were Burnley, Sheffield United, and Luton for the first time. They're back in the top flight in the first time in 31 years. The last time Luton were up, the Premier League was called Division 1, so that was years ago in 1992. But yeah, I'm going to go through what I think the predictions will be. Congratulations, obviously, to my team, Forest, who were promoted for the first time in 23 years back to the Premier League. They stayed up in 16th. Congratulations to Bournemouth. They finished 15th. And Fulham finished really, really brilliantly in 10th position in the Premier League after being promoted. So there's only been, I think, 3 times in Premier League history where the 3 that got promoted stayed up that season. So, anyway, going to go into my predictions. I personally think that there's going to be a shock next season. I think Manchester City will win the treble, but I do think, well, I say a shock. I think there's going to be a change in the guard. I think we're going to see Liverpool back on top again. It's a crazy one to predict. Many people will say to me, are you crazy? Liverpool aren't going to do it. Man City are going to continue to dominate. But I think that we've seen this before. We've seen Klopp slowly but surely building up a team that can transition to something great. And I feel that Liverpool are just going to pit Manchester City next season. So therefore, I'm going to predict Liverpool to win the title, the 2023 season, 24 season title. I think they're only going to do it by a few points, literally over Manchester City in second. That's my prediction. In third place, I'm going to be going for Arsenal, and fourth, I'm going to be going for Manchester United. Now, I know Newcastle obviously had a great season, finishing fourth this season, but I don't think they're going to. I think Liverpool are just going to have a bit too much with their experience. I'm going to go for Newcastle to just finish outside in fifth. Chelsea, I feel under Pochettino, they will pick it up a little bit. So I'm going to go for Chelsea to finish sixth, but I still think Chelsea will be in a transitional period, and I still think it'll be tough for them. Going through the other positions that I'm going to be doing. In seventh, I'm going to go for Aston Villa again. I'm going to go for Brighton to drop off in eighth. I'm going to go for, looking at the other games, other teams even, going into 10th, I'm going to go for, I'm going to go 10th. I'm just thinking to myself, who would finish 10th? I think that up there for 10th, it will be a tough one to say again. I can't see Fulham doing 10th again. I think they surpassed expectations. Silva is in demand at the moment. But I'll go for, in 10th, I'll go for Brentford. 11th, go for Crystal Palace. 12th, going to go for my team Forest to finish 12th. I think they'll go a few places higher with some good signings. I haven't even mentioned Tottenham. I've not mentioned Tottenham, that's bad. I think possibly then I'll replace Tottenham in. I'll go Tottenham in to go in 7th, I'll say, where I put Villa, and I think Villa will finish 13th. I think Villa will have a drop off purely on the basis that they're going to be playing in European competition, and I don't think their squad's big enough to deal with it. So I'm going to say Villa to finish 13th. Yeah, I'll go with that. And then Wolves, I'm going to go 14th. I'm going to say Burnley to finish 15th. Everton to finish 16th, and I'm going to go. Let's have a look what's going on with everything. I'll go for Fulham to finish 17th, and then relegated. Gonna go for West Ham. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go for Luton Town, and obviously Sheffield United. So I'm going to go for those three to get relegated. So West Ham, Luton Town, and Sheffield United. So that's my predictions. As I say, I'll run through them again. Manchester City to finish in second, Liverpool to finish top, and Manchester United will finish in fourth, and I'm going to go for Arsenal to finish third. So that's my top four. Relegated, I'm going for West Ham United. I know West Ham fans won't agree with me on that one. I feel that there's something happening where there's going to be a drop off, and I think that West Ham will go down. So that's my predictions for next season. If you don't agree with me, tell me in the comments, and if not, that's fair enough. So that's my prediction. Yeah, I'm going to go for a shot Liverpool to win the title back again next season. And I just got this feeling that they're going to do it. So there we go. Haaland will obviously score, but I've just got this feeling that Haaland's going to get an injury or something next season that's just not going to allow him to get to the form that he got to this season. But like I said earlier, I do fancy Manchester City to get the treble. But yeah, anyway, thanks to all those that like and subscribe. Appreciate your support. I sort of winged this one, as you probably guessed. I never really rehearse any of this stuff. I think it's boring when it's rehearsed, and obviously when people are doing these videos, the ones that have got more viewers and that, you can tell that they've edited it. Sometimes it's pretty shocking. So we'll get to I just keep it raw, keep it real. Good luck to all of you, whoever you support. Hope you get some good players in over the summer. We've only literally got something like 60 odd days till the championship starts, and I think it's only 70 odd after that for the Premier League before the season starts again. So I know this time of year is pretty, not depressing, but a little bit annoying for football fans. Obviously, there are holidays that we all go on that will obviously cheer us up and take us out of it all. But yeah, good luck to everybody for next season. It'll be interesting to see what happens. As we all know, teams that can finish 18th one season or 17th one season in the leagues below the Premier League, they can be up in the playoffs or even getting automatically promoted. It's been seen before many times. So yeah, fingers crossed it's your team, and have a great weekend, and we'll see what happens in the FA Cup tomorrow. Bye for now.